Now let's try and find out how effective double-aught buckshot is at long range. I'm going to shoot 5 of these Rio Royal bucks right here out of its Winchester model 1300 Defender with an 18-inch barrel. From this spot right here, directly behind these black pots, all the way out there where I set up those big white plywood boards, which is about 140 yards or so, maybe a little bit more. Here's a Google Earth screenshot to show you the actual distance that it is. Okay, and also another channel did a video very similar to this one. His name's Oh Boy Special. That's him right there if you want to go check out his video. But anyways, let's go check out the targets real fast. Alright, so here's the targets we're going to be shooting at. We got 2 small whiteboards in the front here, 3 large ones in the back, and 2 medium-sized ones on the sides there. And on those 2 big ones in the back, those are actually outlines of me, or rough outlines of me. So we're going to go ahead and shoot 5 Rio Royal bucks out here. I'll be shooting from back on that other hill where I just showed you guys. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at the results. The boards might look a little bit different. That's because they actually fell over because it's been a few days since I took those shots, so they fell on top of those little manzanita stumps in front of them and crushed them. So I had to set them back up. They're arranged slightly differently now, I'm sure, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So let's go ahead and take a look at the results anyways. I had 1 hit here on this board. It took 1 hit down there, and then one of my silhouettes actually took a hit right here in the left shoulder. If that was me, I'm sure it would have cracked my shoulder bone or something. I would have been injured, that's for sure. But then there was 2 more hits on this board down here and right there. And then this one didn't take any hits at all except way over here. And I think it actually clipped that fence board first, but it still busted all the way through the 1/2 inch thick piece of plywood behind it. So even at about 150 yards, that double-aught buck still went all the way through that 3/4 inch fence board and then a 1/2 inch thick plywood board behind that. But then there was also another hit right here, so there and there, and then there was 5 hits on this board right here, 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 and here. And then on the board next to it there was 3 hits here, here, and there. And then there was 1 more down here on one of these small boards. It just clipped the top right there. And in the impacts, I watched them already, and you could see a bunch hit the ground all over here too. And it seemed like 1 actually hit over there also on the side of that board. And there was 2 hits on the tree here too. So if we counted those, that'd be 17 hits I found. But on the boards on target itself, there was 15 pellets that hit out of 45. So 9 shots with, or 5 shots with 9 pellets each equals 45 pellets, and 15 on target. So, and from back where I was shooting, it seemed like a lot of them were just going up back here and hitting these manzanitas too. So lots of spread. Let's go ahead and look at the measurements on the spread real quick. See how wide across these boards are. So just the boards themselves, which I'm sure are arranged a little differently, is 19.5 feet across. So, but we also seen 1 impact on the side of here when you watch the impacts, and like I said, a bunch were landed over the top of here, and they're also 7 feet tall, so I believe. Yep, 7 feet tall, so I'd say altogether at 150 yards out of the 18-inch barrel, we were getting over 20 feet of spread horizontally and more than 10 feet of spread diagonally, because we had them landing all the way down here too, and we could see them hitting down here, and some might have went over also. So I'd say 10 by 20 about was the average spread on those 5 shots.